If it's us versus them, who you gonna be? What happened to my camera? We're frozen. What the hell? Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Oh, God. Oh, God. What the hell? What about now? What about now? I'm back. I'm back. Hey! He's back. Where's my, what chart are we looking at right now? Where is this chart? What chart is that? It's the, which chart? That's the ES chart. Wrong chart. I don't know why it always does this. My charts get all swapped around and la 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 la. We're back. We're live. We're doing it. All right. All right. The market this morning. What a move, people. Are you guys seeing this thing? Look at my hair right now. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. It's a mess. The market's going straight to the moon. Why can this never happen, like, for me? Does anyone ever wonder? You ever wonder that? You ever wonder that? You ever was like, man, why? Why can it never just, it's never that fucking easy, is it? Like, why could I not gotten long at 7:30 and then just been, like, sold at the fucking, you know, why? 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 $1 million fucking question, my friends. All right, all right. We got some big news today. We had a lot of stuff going on here pre-market. The market making a 100-point mover before even opening up. So, I don't fucking know, man. Pending home sales dropped to a record low, even worse than during the financial crisis. Uh-oh. We're in a bubble, or are we not in a bubble? Is the bubble burst already? How does that work? How does that? I'm confused. If the pending home sales are the lowest ever, is that because, I don't know. What is that? How does that work out? What's the math on that? The bubble burst. The bubble's letting out air. The bubble popped. Look at that. We got Nate Christian. Patrick, I passed the combine yesterday. Thank you for your guidance. Ooh, I love to see it. We got a lot of stuff going on we got to talk about today. Check this out. We got some new stuff. New indicators, my friends. Check it out. Are you ready? The Patrick Wieland indicator is now live. Wrong one. It's now live on. I want every single person in the chat right now to go get this shit. Let's go. Let's pump it up. All right. What you're going to do is, if you're on TradingView, go ahead and let's do it together. Market flow trend lines. This one right here. Market flow trend lines and liquidity Lux Algo. If you can go and check it out, right? It's 700 people watching it right now or using it right now. Let's get some more. Also, if you can, hit the favorites. Help me out. Let's blow this fucking indicator up to the moon. All right, let's make this the #1 indicator on TradingView. It's free, by the way. It's totally free. And, well, look at this thing right now. All right, let's talk about it. We'll do a little quick setup here. It's called the Lux Algo Market Flow. This is the indicator that I've been working on for a hot minute with you guys, and it's pretty cool. We got some new stuff to it. We got a lot of kind of new stuff, actually. We've got new stuff to talk about. So, first off, let's talk about the 15-minute opening range indicator. It's built into the indicator. It's built in. You can now use this right here. So you can set this up. You can do your 15-minute opening range. You can actually change this as well, and then you can extend it across the chart there. So if you want to do 9:30 opening range or like the 6 a.m., depends on however you want to do it. And we've also got the take profits there as well, 2, 4, and 6 for take profits. And then we've got the liquidity zones to look at. And the cool thing, this is what's pretty cool. All right, so let's say you want to use, let's say you want to look at the 1-minute chart, but you want to use the trend lines from the 3-minute chart, right? Okay, that's kind of a cool idea. How does that work, Patrick? Well, what you do is you go here to the 1 minute chart now, and well, look at that. Look at this morning going this perfect little breakout right there from the indicator. It told you to get long right here for this breakout here through the 50s. Look at this, from the 50s, 950s up there to the 16,000s. Now, I want to make a couple things clear. Obviously, you want to make sure that, number one, we're not chopping. You want to make sure that there's, there's a reason for a breakout, things like that. This is not like, the end-all, be-all indicator when it comes to signals, but you really kind of want to focus on a couple things. What's the kind of overall trend doing? Does the signal agree with the larger time frames? I like to look at like the 15-minute time frame. If we're going up, I look for the breakout, things like that. So, these are all things that you want to focus on. But you can see right now, we're looking at the 1 minute chart. We've got the indicator pulled up. This is the Lux Algo market flow trend lines and liquidity indicator. And you can see kind of how to set it up. So I like this idea right here, right? So right now we're looking at the 1 minute chart. We've got the time frame for the trend lines from the 3 minute chart. So I'm going to change, I think like 0.90, I think was pretty good for the slope, right? Or no, maybe go up a little bit. Maybe it's, you got to kind of adjust this, to be honest. I kind of like always am adjusting the slope to kind of see what's the best option here. Maybe one was pretty good there. I think maybe 1.5, maybe 1.05 for the slope. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I don't know. So, like I said, what you really want to focus on is obviously the larger time frames. You want to make sure that we're, trending in that direction, things like that, and vice versa. So you can set this up so you have different time frame trend lines. You can put the 15-minute time frame trend line. You see how that looks. It gets a little funky, but like let's say you wanted to go like 5 minute, and then you had that trend line from the 5 minute chart. A little funky there. I'm trying to think like what's really the best way to do this. I kind of like the 2 minute chart here. Even just the 2 minute chart is pretty solid. You get just even if you want to just go with the chart here. So there's the 2 minute. I do like the 2 minute. I would say the 2 minutes a lot cleaner in terms of setups. And you've got your take profits on there. You don't need to use those, but they are an option for the take profits. So if you guys want to learn more, it's totally free on TradingView to sign up right now. So check it out. Like I said, Lux Algo and all that fun stuff. So right now the dollar pushing back up there. The B's are break of the trend lines, basically saying break of trend lines. Trend line break. So if you see the B, that means that there's a trend line break. Obviously, if it's red, green, vice versa. So yeah, it really comes, it's something that you guys can kind of mess around with and try out different ideas and ways that you want to set it up. Kind of see what works best for your strategy. You can really kind of customize it, adjust it, and all that fun stuff. So I kind of like to do it like this. Yeah, totally free. Check them out. Lux Algo. Let's see how many people we got now. 706 still showing up. Why would only 706? You can read more about it there. This is the whole breakdown. It's all there on to get more people on it. More people using the new Patrick Wieland Lux Algo indicator. It is free. Totally free on TradingView to check it out. Lux Algo, market flow, trend lines, and liquidity. All right, let's talk about what's going on here today. All right. We got a lot of stuff going on here. You got to get rid of some of this stuff for now. We got pivot points to look at here. We got above this pivot point, the overnight, that pivot point holding us down there at the 94s currently. Will the 94 area turn into support? Well, we're going to find out, won't we? Yes, 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 yes. Pivot point there at the 92s. We got a pivot point to the upside up here at the 76s. If we look at the bigger time frames, oh god, the pivot point sometimes you get just a lot going on there. So if we look at the hourly chart, let's look at the hourly chart. Hourly chart kind of held yesterday down there at the lows. Monday, we kind of we squeezed up there, pulled back, and pushed up at the end of the day back to that high where we sold off at. So back to the highs there, and well, now we wonder. Now we wonder what happens from here. The VWAP right now on the Nasdaq down there at the 966s. We just made a 100-point move to the upside. So you can see normally when we make a big move up on the hourly chart, we either kind of pull back, we either kind of just choppy, yeah, very rarely do you see like a big hourly candle and it just continues to go, go, go. So, I mean, you're definitely, I mean, that was like a 100-point move to the upside. If you look, I mean, sometimes it happens, but I would expect some type of profit taking here at open, maybe a little bit of a pullback, If we look at the fibs right now, the Fibonacci's on this move so far, Fibonacci's. Yeah, like a pullback, into 80, 60 area wouldn't be a terrible idea. If we look, there's obviously a big imbalance there as well, pulling back here into that like 78 area, which was also the little resistance area there, 90 to 70 area. We'll see how she plays out. I see people talking about the QQQ with the gap right now. What do we got for the gap-a-rooney? Got a big old gap to the upside right now. Yeah. So we closed yesterday on the QQQ. We closed at the 387. So about a $3 pullback to fill that gap there. Fill that gap. We filled the gap. It looks like we filled this gap from the other day, actually, here on the QQQ. So we filled the gap to the upside from Monday. Gaps love to get filled. Now the question is, do we fill the gap back to the downside? Can you post where to find your indicator? It's on TradingView, everybody. Just go on TradingView, type in market flow, trend lines, and liquidities. Lux Algo. It'll pop up right there, my friends. Very easy to use, free for everybody. Market flow, trend lines, and liquidity by Lux Algo on TradingView. Sign up today. So yeah, we got that gap fill on the QQQ. We filled the gap from, was that Friday? Or that was Monday. Monday gap fill on the QQQ. We had a little bit of pushback up, but we finally filled the whole thing today here. Big old spike in volume yesterday. Look at that spike in volume end of day yesterday. Big spike end of day yesterday on the QQQ there. So we'll see how she plays. Right now, pushing up here into this resistance from Friday. We got resistance there from Friday at this 45 level. So maybe we kind of pop up here above the 45, 50s and then pull back. Maybe we pull back straight down. We'll find out. We got still 11 minutes till market opens. The ES, the Nasdaq, both pulling back right now. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, don't be afraid to hit the like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Dollar is pushing back up here. Nasdaq VWAP down there at the 69s. Right now, 14 EMA here on the 2-minute chart, sitting there at the 16s. With this big green candle, you don't think it's going up. I mean, I think there's a good chance that it'll go do something crazy. We'll find out. I mean, we'll find out. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's kind of a good possibility that we test maybe that 45 level up there. There she goes through the 30s again. I just feel like it's looking a little trappy up here. We haven't really had much of a pullback since breaking out there at 8:30. We've been do. So it just seems like it's too easy for this to go straight up. But I have been wrong before. If we get 500 likes here on the stream, we'll do the poll here. Who wants to make the big choice today? Choices. Do you have a list of indicators that you frequently use? I got a lot of stuff. Jay, what's up, PW? Hope you're well. Do I not look well? Fucking woke up this morning, did a 30-minute EMOM, fucking crushed it. Whee! Living the dream, baby. Fucking crushed it. Whee! I don't really like the name Patty. I don't know why people call me Patty. My name's fucking Patrick, not Patty. I'm not your fucking grandma or your fucking aunt. So anyone who says Patty, I'm not going to respond to you. I know you think you're funny, but it's not that funny. People always like, I don't know why people call me. It's just like, I don't know why the fuck, like, where that comes from. It's either fucking the Lord, Patrick the Lord, or, yes, it's Sir. Patrick Sir Patrick. I like P-Dub. P-Dub works. P-W, win. Can you see through those glasses? Not really. I don't know what's going on right now. Where am I? Where am I? What is happening? Where am I right now? How many monitors do I have? Fucking, I got so many goddamn monitors. Looks like Best Buy up in this bitch. All right, the poll is live. Who wins today? Are we going up or going down? Before we get into the action, like I said, the new indicator is live. Market flow trend lines and liquidity by Lux Algo. It's totally free. You can check it out. I'll do a full video on YouTube setting it all up soon, but just want to give you guys a heads up. It's ready to go. You can start testing it out, messing around with it. It shows you the 15-minute opening range candle for most of the day, so that's nice. You get to basically have that drawn on the chart, so you don't have to worry about, figuring out where the high and the low of the 15-minute candle is. It does it for you. I like it. I like when things do it for me. I like to make my life easy, not make my life hard, okay? Right now, we got 500 votes. We got 61% say we're going to go up. 39% say we're going to go down. Who's going to be right? Who's going to win? The $1 million question. If I have if this whole trading career doesn't work out, I think I could just be maybe like a singer or like do something, just singing on the stage. Maybe be a stripper. I mean, a rapper. Not a stripper, but possibly a stripper. I feel like I could definitely shake my booty if I needed to. Shake your booty. I think at some point, I think next year, my goal, one of my goals that I want to do, you know, kind of like people set goals. I mean, I set like kind of different goals than most people, but I think next year I want to do a stand-up comedy show. I want to rent out a comedy, a venue somewhere, maybe in Miami, and do a stand-up comedy show. I think that'd be pretty. It'd be you know, a little nerve-wracking. It'd be, you know, obviously I do the live stream and I'm just talking to fucking computer screens, but could I do it in front of a crowd of people? It'd be interesting. We'll find out. It'll basically be a comedy show talking about day trading and life and all that funny stuff. I thought about maybe kind of just doing a whole segment on my life and how fucking much of a comedy show my life is. We got 4 minutes here. 4 minutes. The poll. Most of us believing we're going to go up. I don't know. It's looking a little trappy, my friends. It's a little trappy looking. But hey, you never know. We'll see. We'll be patient. No bias. I don't really care what happens here. I'm just going to wait for the right opportunities to make some money. The poll right now, 59% up, 41% down. All right. We're going to end it here. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Somebody said push to 16,200. What the fuck? It's going to go up 170 points? Fuck. You crazy, dog. Did he say 16,200? I like it. I'm all in, baby. I'm all in long. I'm all in long. All right, fuck it. I'm full port long. We're going 16,200. You gotta laugh about it. It's kind of funny. I don't know. We'll see. The dollar right now dumping. The ES dumping, not really dumping, but pulling back here 10 points into open. All right, we got it going. We're getting it started. That high from the other day, Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday last week, first day of the month. That high is right there at the 40s. I think maybe we kind of trap above that 40 area and then pull back. We really haven't had much of a pullback here, so we are getting ready here for the market to open up here. A lot of fair value gap, a lot of gap, little FVGs here on the chart. I think we got to kind of pull back here a little bit. The dollar is straight down though, so we'll see what happens. The dollar pulling back into kind of a key level here to see if it's going to bounce or not. We got 1 minute to open. 1 minute. Do you post your trades and results? No. We're just here to talk about life, and basically this is a big comedy show. I don't actually trade. I don't know if you noticed that. I am not short. I am not long. I am waiting for opportunities here. If we go straight up, I might just fucking go full port and look for that break above the 40s and take profit quickly. I always go full port, baby. Full port or fucking nothing. It's the only thing I want. Full port. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The market's open. Up there to the 33s, pulling back here. Trouble. The trap. There's the pullback we were looking for. Down to the 10s. Straight down here now. Ooh, buddy, the trap is real. The ES trying to bounce off the 95s. The Nasdaq down there to the 15. Look at it. Straight down right now. Wowzers. Can't stop, won't stop, they said. Not today, buddy. Not today. Woof. Oh, God. I'm going to try this long right here off the 90s. I think we got to get a little bit of a bounce back up. So just going to see if we can get it back above the 16,000. I put my stop. Literally just jumped in. Didn't even have time to do it there. But let's see if we bounce here off the 90s for now. We might get stopped. But there we go. Stopped. Was either going to rip right back up there or kind of bounced off this level from earlier. Now it's going to bounce back up. Sick. Sick. The ES kind of bouncing over there. Nasdaq at the 90s here. It's got to get back above 16,000 for a bounce. Right now, looking very weak here. Just gave up all that. Down there to the 80, 90s right now. So, trouble. Trouble. What was that? About a 50-point move to the downside there at open. You got to love it. The chat, once again, blowing it on the poll. What happened? I thought we were going to 16,200. What the fuck? What happened? Clearly, we did not go to 16,200. The chat lied. Why'd you lie to me? I thought we were friends, chat. I thought we were friends. Clearly not. Still going straight down here. Pullback is real. I was thinking we would bounce kind of back up into the 16,000 area for another short opportunity. This thing's just been going straight down. 3-minute chart right now. Like I said, profit taking there at open. It's real. Still just going straight down here. Oh, buddy. Down there into the 60s now. This is exactly kind of what we talked about, this idea of pulling back into this level here. We are just giving it all back up. Like I said earlier, those hourly candles, you saw that big hourly candle. Those hourly candles, you get a 100-point move up. Very rarely do we get a big continuation off of those big hourly candles like that. And look at this thing down there to the 55s now. Holy fuck. She can't stop. She won't stop. Wowzers. Absolutely insane move here. Congratulations if you got short there at open. It's too good. Bouncing off the lows right here. Will we get a push back up now is the question. We get back above the 80s, see if what happens here. Got to get through the 80s and get back up there. Got that 90 to 16,000 area. Trouble there at the 80s again. We're right there at the VWAP right now. VWAP was at the 74s there. 60 level there. 69, 70 level there at open. That's right where we pulled back into. So, again, stuck there. Now I'm interested to see what happens here. Still looking like she wants to go down. The dollar pushing back up. So now I'm watching 60s. If we get through that 60 level, see if we run through the 50s. We're just kind of right between those two levels that we want to see break. Either 60 or 80 break. Looking more like 60 breaks here, and then we move down some more. Got that low down there at the 49s. See if we break through 60s here and take out that low one more time. Dollar still pushing up. 55s. Looking for this break below 50s possible. 52s there. Still holding up there. Should get through the 50s. Let's see. Yeah. Just yanked it back up. Holding the lows for now. What a move. Straight down. There it goes, through the 50s. See, they move this right on through there. Look at that. Through that low from that candle from earlier. And now down there to the 42s. All right, all right. Just keep going. Down there through the 40s now. She's just going downtown here. What a give back. Gave back that whole entire move basically now. That 100-point move up went straight down here. Just red, 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 red. All the way down, baby. What a time to be alive here. ES is holding the lows, kind of. That trend line there. For now. We broke through the 60s there, all the way down there to the 38s now. Gotta love it. Woo! Got the overnight low down here at the 20s. So let's see what happens here. Being patient now for this next setup. We took it from the 60s down there. We're ripping back up here now. Nice little bounce back off the 40s here. Dollar getting stuck. That was a big move down. Now we need to be patient and kind of wait for kind of a push back up here. Like to see a push back up to that 82 level would be nice. If we get stuck there at the 82s or so, and then we start to push back down here. Got the VWAP right there at the 70s. VWAP at the 70s here. Kind of want to see if we can get a little bit further up into this pushback up here. Maybe another short opportunity. We're starting to roll back down here from the 60s, so possibly moving back down. But I would like, ideally, you get just want a little bit more to the upside there. The dollar's still pulling back. There we go again to the downside there. So. Should just now, it's going to wash right through that low here. Let's see. That low on that candle right there is 36s. Looking like we're going to head down now and get through that low. The ES looking like it wants to sell. The dollar starting to push back up here. Should break through the 40s and take out this low right there. And down there to the low one more time. I think through that low, you're looking for the 20 area. Ooh, bouncing around 38s. Dollar pushing up. Nasdaq chopping around here. A little double bottom right now. Little double bottom. See what happens here at the 50s. We still got room to fill that gap from yesterday's close down there to the 914s here. If you look, basically 914 area would be filling that gap from yesterday's close. I'm going to try a short here. See if I can size into this if we push up a little bit more, but grabbing a little bit of short right here. 5 contracts, can always add into it and see if we take out this low here. I like to see this accelerate and get right through that low down there. Try to add into it. Try to target that gap fill potential down there to the 20s or so. Kind of just holding up there for now. I'm going to move my stop here to the 56s just in case this wants to pop back up here. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm jumping out break even there. Ugh. Now it's going to sell. Are you kidding me? All right, good thing we got out when we did. Pushing back up here now. Right back up there. It was either going to roll or it was going to pop. And, well, it popped. So, right back up there to the 60s now. 65 or so. Dollar starting to sell off here again. Right back up there, 65 now. The ES just looks like it wants to sell down. Anybody else looking at the ES right now? ES looking a little troublesome over there. But the dollar dumping here again. So the dollar dumping back to the lows. Nasdaq, the ES holding up for now. Back to the VWAP on the Nasdaq right now. So let's see what happens at the VWAP here. Back to the 70s. Sit up here at the 70s right now. See how this kind of trend plays out here. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Blow up the like button. We're watching. We're live. We're doing it. See where this 3-minute candle close is. Dollar pushing back up. The ES is just really looking weak right now. The Nasdaq's trying to hold on up here, but the ES is giving me short feelings. ES is giving me some short feelings over there, boys. Dollar just pushed back up. Nasdaq looking weak here again. This could be the trap. If we get through this 50 area, should start to get on down through this trend there. Break through this little fair value gap right there at the 53s. We're stuck at the VWAP right now. Stuck at the VWAP. Still got that gap fill potential from yesterday. Gap fillers. Oh, buddy, looking good. Looking real good here. I like it. I like it a lot. Short from the 60s here. Looking for this move down through the 50s next. Will you take me high? Lower. Take me lower, Patrick. Don't sing. We're not Creed right now. We need lower. Take me lower. Lower, lower. There we go. Through the 50s here. 45 sitting there. Get through the 45s. Then we're looking for a low to get taken out down there at the 37s. Down there. ES holding on right now. The Nasdaq chopping around here at the 50s. Still holding on for now at the 50s. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I think we're going to make a new low here, boys.
Ain't nobody with my click.
Nope, she's still holding up the lows for now. The ES just does not want to break down, so. Dollar got stuck once again there. Fucking A. Just do something here. Now we're going to go sideways and then finally make the move down later on today. Fill that gap all the way, but right now I'm just sitting here at the 50s, so I am out of the short. Now that I covered, it's gonna fucking drop all the way. Fuck. If I had $1 for every time the market made a big move after I fucking took profit or covered, I'd be a millionaire. And it's always like the problem is if you don't take profit, then the market won't move. But if you do take profit, then it will move. I mean, I think as long as we stay below the 60s here, we're going down. We just gotta be patient here. It's basically going sideways right now. Making kind of a bear flag here. 15-minute candle. We still have not broken the 15-minute opening range, by the way. You see that? I do not have a long or short open. This 15-minute candle, the low there, 37. We got a pivot point to the downside down there at the 880s. I mean, it looks fucking like she wants to sell. I see people in the chat say that it's not going to sell, but I don't know. I don't know why you think it's not going to sell here. I think it's going to sell. I might be wrong, though. Still holding there at the lows. The low 37, 36 there. 15-minute opening range still holding up there. So I guess there's some news for the Bank of Canada interest rate decision coming out here, what, at 10 o'clock? That's not a very pretty 15-minute candle. We got the gap fill potential all the way down there to the 916s. There she goes. Through the low now. Like I said, just didn't think this thing was going to pop up. There she goes. From the 50s down there to the 28s. Do. Baby Jesus. Baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus sitting in your little crib, all being little babyish and doing baby stuff. Little baby Jesus. All right, 27, 25s. She's still going through the 15-minute range there. Look at it. She's going downtown, boys. That low 15-minute range finally breaking there. There she goes, down to the 20s. We got the possible getting very close to that gap fill now. We had this to look at there for the gap fill. Somewhere here. Look at that gap fill. Ooh. Ooh. She's beautiful. That's the Lux Algo indicator, the Patrick Wieland Lux Algo indicator with the gap fill there. So, yeah, gotta love it. Had a signal to get short there off the 51s as well, and also a signal up there at the 66s. So, not sure why. I got to figure out what's going on with this, though. This is definitely not right. The 930 candle thingy, the opening gap. What is that doing there? It's not the right time. Like, what is that, the previous day? Why is it the previous day? I think it's wrong. That must be yesterday's. Not sure why it shows yesterday's opening range. Change it to 8:30. There it goes. Now it works. Look how nicely that works. Ooh, that's sexy, baby. That is, you gotta admit, that's pretty sexy. That's pretty damn sexy right there. The dollar going straight up. The Nasdaq selling off here. The ES finally breaking the downside there. The name of the indicator, for everybody asking, is market flow, trend lines, and liquidity right there. Bang, 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 bang. Please check it out. It's free on TradingView. Free on TradingView to check it out today. It's always going to be free. We built it for my community, for my people. My people right there. All right, we broke through the 15-minute range. We have now gotten below the 15-minute range. Will we turn it into resistance and continue to sell down here? That's the million-dollar question. I want to know. If you know the answer, let me know. I don't know why you got to have it at 8:30. That's kind of weird, to be honest. I'll ask them, the Lux Algo guys, what the story is here. But looking like we're going to fill this gap all the way from Friday. This thing through the 19s. You got that 15. There's a pivot point to the downside all the way down there at the 877s. We're through the low there. We're about to fill the gap all the way. All the way. Baby Jesus, don't you just love me so much? You ever wonder, like, man, like, what's little baby Jesus doing there in his little crib, being all baby Jesus-y and doing baby Jesus stuff? Little baby Jesus. Down there, almost to the low now. Whew. Getting dangerous down here at the gap fill level. Little choppy McChoppersons. I don't know. We definitely got the move here this morning. Like I said, before the market opened, that 1 hour candle, we had that huge 1 hour candle to the upside, and it was just looking like a fucking trap. Looking like a big old trapperoonie. Something to think about there in the future. Like I said, very rarely do you see like a big hourly candle that holds that well. Especially pre-market, I feel like. This was the other day. 1 hour candle just dumped right down. Got to get some pullback, you know. The market can't just go straight up. So we basically filled the gap there. Yeah, 15. So we filled the gap all the way. 15.25 was the gap fill. So we hit the gap fill perfectly there on the Nasdaq now. So we got to think about that. Is this the bottom now? You can see yesterday's close there at the 15.25s. We hit that low of 15 now. So where does it go next? Dollar still showing strength, pushing back up here. The ES sold down. Obviously, the Nasdaq sold down here. And just kind of waiting to see if we put in another lower high. Another lower high here. $14 EMA rejection. I see that. I like it. You're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, baby. We're pushing back up to that 15-minute opening range now. We know that kind of likes to turn into a resistance sometimes. You get some good resistance there at that opening range. So we'll see what happens there. Now, if you guys haven't hit that like button, subscribe button, don't be afraid to do it. We're doing it live every freaking day. I don't know. I think the biggest indicator this morning really was the fact that there was a guy in the chat that said we were going to the 16,200s. The guy in the chat said we're going to 16,200. I don't know. It never fails. It never fails, man. It's always the person in the chat who has to yell out, we're doing something. It's going to go to 16,200. And then literally the market opens. Whee! Straight down. Oh, it's definitely part of the comedy skit. Don't you worry. All right, so we filled the gap perfectly there. We'll see what happens. How do you know the difference between a bullish push-up and a trap overnight? Well, you got to think, right? Like, I mean, we get that big 100-point mover like that. People are going to be taking profit. People that held from the overnight, they're taking profit, right? And that's exactly what happened at open. It started pulling back. The bulls started dumping. They started taking profit. If you were long overnight and you woke up and you're up 100 points, like, you're going to fucking take profit, right? Like, you're just going to take profit. So, it's, I mean, you'd be crazy not to. Like, you know, you would literally be a crazy person to not take profit if you're up 100 points. So, we filled the gap on the dot right now. Gap is filled. We're getting this possible trendline breakout. The one thing I want to talk about here with these trendline breakouts, I don't always love these types of breakouts, right? I like to see more so when we get multiple touches of the trend line. And then we finally get that breakout. So it's kind of what I want to see. Like, kind of hit that trend line 2 or 3 times before getting the breakout. Oh, man. Dollar's pulling back. The ES popping back up here for now. Waiting to see kind of what happens here. 3-minute chart. Kind of looking a little bouncy here, to be honest. After we filled that gap, you know, it's like, filled the gap. Good potential for a pushback up now. What do you guys think? Where are we going? Let's do a poll. Do we make a new low? New low or push? Let's see. Let the chat decide. A lot of bulls in the chat. A lot of bulls in the chat. Uh-oh. All right, a lot of bulls in the chat. Let's see who's gonna win today. The Bulls, the Bears. Right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of leaning towards the bullish idea here. I think we filled the gap now. We got to push back up, maybe like 80s or so. We got that pivot point there, the 992s. But I don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure I'd want to get short right here. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm thinking. I wouldn't want to get short right here. Maybe I'm wrong to not get short here, but I'm just thinking I don't want to short right here. I don't want to party. You don't want to party. We don't want to party. Oh, baby. Oh, I haven't even played my music today. What's crazy? She's trying to push. The ES, the Nasdaq, both trying to push back up here now. The ES actually looking a lot more bullish right now. The ES already kind of breaking through that previous resistance area there. So dollar selling, Nasdaq trying to pop. Will we squeeze some shorts here? We're right there at the VWAP. We get above the VWAP here. Who knows what's going to happen next? The poll right now, 67% saying we're going to go up. 33% said we're going to go down. I think we're going to go up. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to do it, boys. I think something's going to happen here. Like right now. Like right now. Like right there, possibly. Just going straight to the moon. Look at the ES right now, bowling out. The Nasdaq also bowling out here. Got that high from earlier there at the 71s. We get through the 71s. We should try to push up there to the 80s pretty quickly. We're going to push all the way up to the 16,200s now. I'm JK. Jake, don't. I'm not. That's not. I'm being sarcastic, people. Don't go full port. Don't go full port. But we are looking bullish here. Like I said, didn't want to get short right there. Not a short spot for me. And nice little push up here. If we get through that high there at the 71s, the ES already pushed through kind of that resistance that we had earlier there. So let's see if the ES is going to be able to keep moving. If the ES keeps moving back up, kind of reclaims this move back up, the Nasdaq, anything's possible. We got that pivot point there at the 93s. So I don't hate it. You know, I'm about it. I'm about the move. I like the move. Just a question of, can we do it all the way? We got the signal as well on the Patrick Wieland indicator here. The Patrick Wieland indicator! This is the Lux Algo market flow, trend lines, and liquidity indicator. We had the buy signal here for this 50 level, and now look at it. It's going. It's happening. This indicator don't lose. Well, it does, but it don't. The dollar all the way back to the lows right now. Dollar back to the lows. The Nasdaq trying to push up through the 70s here. Maybe we pull back one more time before going all the way up. It's looking squeezy, McSqueezers, swishers. Up there to the 71s, 72s. It's almost like it's trying to go up or something. If anything today, hopefully I helped you guys not short there at the 60s. You know, that was kind of what I was hoping to help to do today. My goal in life, to help you not short when you don't need to. Little pop above this liquidity from earlier there at the 71s. We'll take this long right here, see if we can pop up through there. Kind of playing stop off the 55s here. Could have been a little bit more patient in my pullback. Oh, God. Why? Why? That's kind of what we were looking for, that pullback there. She's dumping back down. Oh, God, the volatility. We're back inside that 15-minute opening range here. We're right there at the VWAP now. Now we're trapping here off the lows again. What happens here? Dollar still looking weak. The Nasdaq, the ES both pulled back pretty hard right there. Seeing what happens now at the 40s. Heading downtown here. ES looking weak right now. The Nasdaq below the 15-minute opening range once again. Chopping around here. We got stuck pretty much at the VWAP up there. Wonder if we're going to break through 30s right here. The ES looking like it wants to make a new low. Like a new low coming up here. The ES about to make a new low here very soon. Nasdaq still a little far away from the new low, but possibly going. It's got a sell signal there on the Patrick Wieland indicator. She's downtown. Down there to the 910s. See if we break all the way through 900s. Really nice. Hey. Hey. I took the short here from the 40s. Covered down here on this. Had to make back that god-awful long there from earlier. On the day right now, we're not looking too pretty, but we are up about $2,000 in two accounts, so $4,000 total there right now. There she goes, still just dumping here. Wowzers. Armando, I gotta stop listening to you. Sure, whatever you want. The poll really was fucking legendary. It was, again, it's pretty funny. I don't know. Trust me, guys, if trading was that fucking easy, it would just be easy, wouldn't it? It is what it is, you know? The indicator got it, though. You can see the short there, the indicator. This is the Patrick Wieland indicator. We had a little bit of a pop there. You still got fucking 20 points. I don't care what anyone says. It's still fucking... That's still printing money right there, my friends. Free indicator. Who's going to complain about that? This is how I have it set up right now. The indicator is lagging. I mean, they're all fucking lagging. I mean, but... Every indicator is lagging, so I don't know what you want me to tell you. There is no indicator that'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. But there is the Patrick Wieland indicator. You can see here, we put our take profits there as well down to the 94s. All I know is I said that the ES was going to make a new low before the ES made a new low, and I said the Nasdaq was probably going to make a new low. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. How is that lagging? How is that fucking lagging? All right? I literally said explicitly that the ES was about to make a new low, and the Nasdaq wanted to make a new low before it happened. Chuh! We did it right off the pivot point there as well. There's the pivot point bounce off of the 875s there. Well, I mean, the ES, look at the ES. The ES broke out through the previous resistance there. It looked bouncy. I mean, what do you want me to say? It went from 84 up there to 94. It went up 10 points. You know, Patrick, you said it looked bouncy. Well, it looked fucking bouncy. And then when it got denied, I said, hey, look, it wants to make a new low. I'm not perfect, people. I'm just an idiot on the internet. I don't have all the answers. Just trying to make a little bit of money. All right. All right. Is it looking bouncy now? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have all the answers. Dude, Nadir, blocked for life. I mean, in theory, you know, we push back up into that 93, that imbalance right there, volume imbalance. So, I mean, that was kind of the short, I guess. The trap is real. Obviously, that was the fucking trap right there. The trap. So. You don't seem to know anything. You're right. You're right. You're right. I have, yeah. What do we do today? I don't even know. What day is it? I don't know nothing. What? Who? What? I'm on YouTube? Oh, my baby Jesus. What the fuck is a YouTube? And, well, I do know one thing. The fucking pivot point. Look at the goddamn pivot point bounce. Look at the goddamn pivot point bounce. I do know that. I do know that right there. I mean, that's that looks pretty fucking spot on there. We broke through the pivot point there earlier. That first 3-minute candle bounced off the pivot point. We turned it into resistance and moved down from the 990s down there to the 880s. So a 100-point move playing the pivot points there. So pretty fucking, I mean, I might not know everything, but I know one thing. The fucking pivot points love to get touched. You know what I mean? Goddamn pivot points love to get touched. Big old wick on that bounce back candle there now on the 3-minute chart. So let's see what happens here. If we push up, we push right back up into that volume imbalance there at the 30s. We'll see where this 3-minute candle close is at. Both the ES, the Nasdaq, both pushing back up there. Dollar got denied at the trend line, so that's keeping the ES, the Nasdaq alive right now. We're still green on the day, by the way. The Nasdaq and the ES are green on the day. Hi, Pat. Is there a reason why you didn't take a long at the pivot point? Well, I covered the short pretty much before the pivot point, so it's hard for me to fucking go from being short, you know, from here, and then just jumping into a long here. I mean, it's just, you know, in hindsight, it's obviously a lot easier to do that, right? In hindsight, you're like, well, if you covered your short, why wouldn't you just get long there? I mean, in hindsight, it's easy, right? But off of the pivot point there, off of the pivot. The problem too is you wait for the pivot point bounce, you get fucking try to buy the bounce there, then it fucking cracks all the way through there. So now just kind of waiting. See what happens here at this level. If we get stuck and start to sell back down. Dollar's selling down, so. The ES selling here. Need that dollar to start bouncing back up there and squeeze back up. If you guys haven't hit that like button, subscribe button, help me out. Blow up the likes button. The likes button. Still kind of holding on here at the 15-16s for now. And still push back up there. Probably just going to chop around here for a while. That pivot point bounce would have been nice. The indicator on TradingView. It's fucking, I don't know why everybody keeps asking. It's right there. No, not this one. This one. Not that one. Fucking A. Where is it? This one. Lux Algo, market flow trend line and liquidity right there, everybody. Check it out. Dollar, the ES, both chopping around here. Got the VWAP back up there at the 56s. Currently just chopping around here at the 20s. See if we start selling down. I'll get through that 15 area. Maybe again we start to sell. But right now just holding up there. Going sideways here. Market's still green on the day right now. Just kind of watching. Stuck here now at the 20s. Getting some movement to the downside. The ES and the Nasdaq both just sitting here. Need to get some acceleration through this level here for the shorts. Right now, just holding there for now. What happens here? The ES looks like it wants to move down here. But both of them just stuck. Dollar, a little bit of a bounce back up. We need to basically get back below that 10 level and start to roll down here. Right now, just going sideways here at the 20s. Pushing back up here to the 30s again. $30, the line in the sand right now. The ES just kind of sitting there at the 81s. Is it going to bounce here? Is it going to shell? We're holding that 14 EMA right now. I think as long as you stay below the 30s, it's short here, but just doesn't want to move off of this 20 to 30 level for now. So we're just going sideways. Got to be patient. See what happens here. 30's holding us down. Through the 30s again. Dollar selling off. Bouncing around here at the 30s now. Still don't know if this is a trap above the 30s here, and then they're going to whack it back down. Or if they're going to start to push up here now. I got fear from earlier getting whacked on that trap. Getting long up there earlier. Do. All right, is that the trap? Let's see. Did they set it above that 30 breakout? If we get back below this 20 level, we should start selling. Ugh. Dollar trying to push back up here. Will that send us below the 20s on the Nasdaq? I think if we get below that, this low right here, we head down to that pivot point again. Keep that overall kind of downtrend going here in this channel. Don't hold up there the 30s. And now back up to the 40s. Oh, yeah. The chop is real. And right back down. Whew. That's got to be the trap, right? It's got to be the trap. This is going to sell now, right? Right? No? It's got to be the trap. Oh, God. It's going to trap everybody. What is it going to do? Oh. VWAP up there at the 54s. Wow. Nasdaq back to the 40s. Another trap. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Now that's got to be the trap, right? That's got to be the trap. Nope. Yes. Maybe. Just blowing up accounts left and right, baby. Dollar's going straight up right here. What does that mean? Anybody know? The ES literally down at 79, down at the lows right now. So I don't know. Yo. What's up? Yeah, I'm in Pompano. I was gonna give him till the end of the day, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'll just go over there at like fucking 4. Yeah, that's fine. I don't. I'll try to. You think I can get Mark to come with me, and he can drive the boat back to the dock? All right. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. I was gonna hit him up. They're gonna come install the dock tomorrow at like 10:30. They're gonna start building the dock over there at the at the boat ramp, and then we're gonna pull it over here at like 10:30. All right, cool. Sweet. Sounds good. Yeah, nothing you can do up here. Yeah. Me too. Hopefully something. Pretty much got the motor working. I mean, I hope they could at least put hinges on that, on the coffin box. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. He said that he can replace the live well pump in that box, that we don't need to take it anywhere. Did he? Yeah, Chris K said he could do it. He had a pump there. He was going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, that was just, they just wired it wrong. When they wired the batteries, they didn't put them on the, they didn't put them on the battery hard. Yeah, no, I agree. Trust me, I agree. All right, well, I'm fucking live on YouTube, so I'll hit you up later. Yeah, I got the thing on my mouse here. Where are we going? What's happening? Nothing. The ES holding the lows for now. The Nasdaq sitting here far off the lows. The ES is literally right at the lows. The Nasdaq at the 30s here. We got about a fucking 50-point move back to the lows for the Nasdaq. The ES at the lows. So I think as long as the ES holds the lows over there, the Nasdaq has room to push up here. There's no reason for the Nasdaq to sell off if the ES is holding the lows, But anything could change. The dollar pushed back up, hit a trend line, got stuck there again. The dollar having trouble breaking out of this kind of overall trend line that's been stuck below pretty much since this morning at 7:30. So just going absolutely sideways here for now. I think it's time to walk away, go get some Chipotle. Fuck it. Time to walk away. Chipotle time, boys. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. We'll be back for Thirsty Thursdays. Pretty wild move for Wild Wednesdays today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you guys haven't hit that like button, subscribe button. The market just kind of holding here. The double bottom on the ES there, making me think that there's still room to push back up here on the Nasdaq now. She's breaking out of this kind of downward trend here, holding here at the 30s. And be looking to see if we push up here to that high from earlier there at the 73, 75 level. And then there's that pivot point in the 93s. So I will talk to you guys later on. Peace to the Middle East, baby. What do the successful 10% of the people out there have going for them that's different from the others? Community. Hoping and praying is not a strategy. We got people in our community making $10,000 in a day. And I'm just like, we trade without risking our own money. We keep it simple and we trade the market flow.
You can have all the education in the world, but it's not enough. All these other courses, if you don't get mentoring and guidance on a regular basis, you're going to be a 7 to 10 year journey.
There are so many people in this community that are more than willing and able to help you.